Top 10 Video Games of 2000. Thank goodness the Y2K catastrophe was merely apocalyptic hyperbole, because the year 2000 has so many fantastic things in store for whatever was left out of 1998 and 1999. The year 2000 was a fantastic year because we still felt like we were in the 1990s, and what remained of it was the atmosphere of excitement and so many releases that established themselves and great material that left an everlasting mark. It's time for the best games of 2000. Spyro, Year of the Dragon is clearly the product of professional developers, Insomniac Games, who care. Year of the Dragon, Spyro's third adventure, was a tremendous hit on the original PlayStation and still is. Year of the Dragon improves on the franchise's formula by adding new characters, aesthetics, and controls. Insomniac's last Spyro game, Year of the Dragon, suggested the company decided to end the brand quickly. The mini-game is one of several in Yacht D, revisiting an already fantastic game. It has one or two mini-games to win an egg on each level. Each globe has 8 levels. From boxing to submarine warfare, they're all there. For new playable characters provide distinct challenges and gameplay. Year of the Dragon is a really enjoyable game. This PlayStation Spyro finale delivers with over 30 levels, hundreds of games, and 4 additional characters, 5 if Sparks, Spyro's Dragonfly, is included. Improved on Diablo I, Diablo II was launched at the turn of the millennium, and it included character classes as well as a treasure system. A 5-tiered loot rarity scale, first introduced in Diablo II, is now anticipated in almost every game that makes use of treasure. One of the best PC games ever, Diablo II. Capcom 2 is a fantastic game on any platform. Capcom spent the whole 1990s making this excellent fighting game. Marvel Superheroes was based on the X-Men SNES games. X-Men Against. Allowing Marvel to use a well-known superhero in a fighting game was a wonderful gaming concept. In this game, 2 warriors from each side face off until one side has no more players or time runs out. Use it to accomplish super combos or other special moves, at a cost of 1 level. This is a must-have for Marvel and Capcom fans. In terms of character and squad diversity, no other fighter has come close. Best fighting game ever made. Mega Man Legends created a realistic world with iconic characters. In addition to Roll Casket, fans adored the wonderfully inept Bone Pirate family and the cute Servbots, which resembled giant Lego minifigs. So Mega Man Legends may second expand the cosmos while fixing the prior game's problems. Our heroes first appeared in Legends 1, but the sequel went above and above, creating an epic tale that forever impacted the course of the series. Whenever the word Deus Ex is mentioned, people reinstall the game. Even after 20+ plays, there's always something new to find in Deus Ex. Deus Ex is a shooter/RPG mix. Every move you do has an impact on the game and its story. The RPG designer's forte is branching tales. His previous efforts are appealing. Deus Ex has flaws. Poor voice acting in major and small roles. Being released in most games not having spoken language, this wasn't a big deal. Even for 2000, it was terrible. The player becomes the character and that is the main appeal. New game variants were made possible by the inclusion of dual kinds and a day/night cycle. However, even after finishing the Johto League and re-entering the Indigo League, Generation 2 has the longest main game segment. Pokemon never did it again, and Generation 2 is still the best game ever developed in the series' whole history. You may forget about the idea of becoming a Pokemon master now that we're talking about a game featuring the best Pokemon ever. Incredibly, Chrono Trigger resembled Final Fantasy far more than the original. PlayStation games have never been better, no matter how similar they are to their predecessors. Color-coded attacks and configurable tables make it one of the most innovative and attractive combat systems of its day, allowing you to organize your actions at different levels. Overall, it's a stunning and memorable experience. With no random battles and a convoluted story involving parallel universes, the game was similar to Chrono Trigger. One of the best reviewed RPGs ever, has an outstanding soundtrack to accompany it. The legacy of Chrono Trigger lives on in the minds of gamers everywhere. Chrono Cross is a wonderful and creative game that sets itself apart from the others. Even if it's not flawless, it's a beautiful and meaningful game with an epic and interesting story. This is the first time I've witnessed a developer improve an experience with each new update. Playability is more important than aesthetics. If you've never played a video game or seen a professional wrestling match, this is a big selling point. Despite this, the depth of WWF No Mercy exceeds that of any other 2K game. All wrestling enthusiasts should have WWF No Mercy on their gaming shelf. As a result, gamers are still on the lookout for a game that can match No Mercy's success. Majora's Mask takes the cake in terms of fun factor. This is a superb game because of its warped tone, imaginative dungeons, and basic but compelling story. There are just 4 major dungeons in Majora's Mask, but there is a ton of secondary material. The more a player learns about their surroundings, the closer they feel to them. With its incredible sound effects, intuitive point-and-click controls, and gratifyingly creative environment. The sequels improved in many ways, but The Sims becomes better as you add more and more packs to your PC. As soon as a new expansion pack was released, we eagerly purchased and installed it on our computers. We then spent many hours playing the expanded game, making it seem like a real accomplishment. Including so many aspects of our daily lives into a video game seemed like a crazy idea at first. One of my favorite computer gaming memories is playing The Sims, despite the fact that other people don't like it as much as I do.